Hello friends, myself Mr. Nimesh G. Gandhi, working as assistant professor in Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today we are going to discuss about general heat conduction equation in Cartesian coordinates.
Now we are going to discuss about generalized equation in Cartesian coordinate for conduction. First of all, we are just consider Cartesian coordinate. It means for the Cartesian coordinate normally we are consider x, y and z. Now you can see here one control volume is there, or we can say that one element is there. Okay, inside that element we are just consider first what is qx. So qx means heat flowing into element from the phase a b c d in the direction of x, so we should write qx. Then after we are just consider why we should consider qx plus dx. So qx plus dx means what? The quantity of heat flowing out of the element from the phase E, F, G, H. So we should write Q x plus dx. Why we should write x plus dx? So in the direction of heat flow, in x direction, the thickness of that element is dx. So we should write x plus dx. Now similarly we are just consider for the y direction. So heat is flow from the y direction. So we should write from the bottom of the element it will be qy. So rate of flow, rate of heat flowing bottom of the element from the phase AB EF. And then after y we should write qy plus dy. So in the direction of y direction, thickness of that element is dy, so we should write qy plus dy. So at the time we are just consider qy plus dy means what? The heat flowing out of the element in y direction. Similarly for the z direction we are just consider in z direction qz is there, heat flowing in the element will be considered, and qz plus dz heat flowing out of the element, so we should write qz plus dz. In z direction thickness of that element is dz, so we should write z plus dz. Now you can see here first dx it means the length of the element, dy means height of the element, and dz means the width of the element. So we can write okay, volume of this element is, volume of the element we should write is equal to dx, dy and dz. Now how to start the theory first? So first of all initially we are just energy balance. So how we should balance the energy? So we just write energy balance equation for the element. So how to consider energy balance? So first of all we are just consider the net heat stored in the element, net heat stored in the element or element due to conduction. For from the all direction will be considered plus heat generated within the element, heat generated within the element will be considered is equal to, we can say that energy stored into the element, in the element. So our energy balance equation is divided in three parts. First A part we are just considered net heat stored in the element due to conduction in each and every direction, x direction, y direction as well as z direction. Similarly then after second will be considered, B part will be considered heat generated within the element, and C part will be considered energy stored in the element by the thermal energy. So we can also write A plus B is equal to C. So our equation is divided in three parts. Now first of all we are just energy equation is derived for the first part, then after second part, and then after third part. So if you are consider first part, so what will be our first part? So our first part is net heat stored in the element due to conduction So how it will be considered? So if you are considering each and every direction will be considered conduction. So if you are consider x direction, y direction and z direction. So how it will be considered? So if you are consider energy balance in each and every direction, so first of all energy in will be considered in x direction and energy out will be considered in x direction. Similar y direction energy in, y direction energy out. Similarly z direction energy in and z direction energy out will be consider. So if you are consider x direction, so we can say that okay, heat flowing into element from the face A, B, C, D. From the face A, B, C, D. So you can see here A, B, C, D. So at that time interval is our time interval del tau in x direction. So we are just consider energy in x direction will be considered. At that time we are just consider qx. So how it will be considered? So qx is equal to, according to Fourier law of conduction, we should write minus ka del t by del x. Now what is k? K is thermal conductivity of the element in x direction. So we should write minus kx. A means area of the element in x direction will be considered and del T means change in temperature in x direction with respect to thickness or in the direction of its flow. Into time interval will be considered, it will be del D tau. Now we should write area of that element. So how to consider area of that element? So we are just consider faces A, B, C, D. So for this face, height will be considered dy and which will be considered dz. So we just consider dy into dz area. Now we put here, so qx is equal to minus kx dy dz del t by del x into d tau over. So energy in x direction is over. Now similarly energy out from the x direction will be considered. So same time interval del tau will be considered. So how it will be considered? So at that time we are just consider our phase is what? Our phase is E, F, G, H. At that time energy out will be considered q x plus dx. So we should write okay, for the same time interval d tau, heat flowing out of the element in x direction over. So how it will be considered? Q x plus dx is equal to, now according to Taylor expansion we just expanding. How to expand according to Taylor expansion? So we should write qx plus del qx divided by del x into dx plus higher term will be there, but we are neglecting that higher term, only consider this term will be considered. Now according to in x direction energy balance, so how it will be considered energy balance, or we consider how it will be considered heat stored in the element will be considered. So at the time we are just consider by the heat stored in the element. So how it will be considered? So at the time we are just consider heat stored in the element is equal to heat stored in the element in x direction. So we should write in x direction energy in minus energy out x plus dx. Now we should write q del qx, okay, per unit time. So we should write that dash will be considered. So it will be considered. Now what is your qx equation? So already I told you qx equation is your, that will be qx will be considered. And what is qx plus dx? So qx plus dx is equal to qx plus del qx divided by del x into dx. We just put here. So at the time I just consider qx minus, inside the bracket we are just consider qx plus del qx divided by del x into dx. Our item we are neglecting. Now just bracket will be separate out. If you separate out the bracket, so that will be qx will be cancelled out. So we can say that okay, minus del qx del x into dx over. So this is your equation for the heat stored in the element in x direction. Now we just put the value of the qx. What will be our qx? So already I explained you that qx is equal to minus kx dy dz del t by del x into del tau. We should write here. So is equal to minus del by del x, and qx means minus kx dy dz del t by del x del d tau into dx over. So now first that minus sign, minus it becomes a plus. So is equal to, we can write del by del x inside the bracket we are just consider kx del t by del x. Then we are just taking that will be out of the bracket we are just consider. So here consider dx dy del z into d tau over energy, or we can say that heat stored in the element in x direction. Similarly we are just consider for the y direction as well as z direction will be considered similarly. So if you are consider y direction, so similarly we are just direct taking from this equation we are directly consider from the y direction as well as z direction. So we just write similarly the heat stored into the element in y and z direction with time interval d tau. So similarly we should write for the y direction, so d q y dash is equal to, just instead of x we should write y, instead of that kx we just write ky. Similar volume will be considered dx dy and dz into del tau. So del by del y ky del t by del y dx dy del z into del tau over. Similar for the z direction will be considered. So instead of just y we just write the z. So is equal to del by del z inside the bracket kz del t by del z dx dy dz into del tau over. Now we require a total energy stored into the element by the conduction. So how it will be considered? So at the time we just consider due to conduction x direction, y direction and z direction, all direction will be considered, and summation of all three will be considered. So we can say that now net heat stored. First of all we are just finding out the individual direction, x direction, y direction, z direction. Now we require a total heat transfer or total heat stored in the element by due to conduction. So how it will be considered? Net heat stored in the element due to conduction of heat from all the direction will be considered, and all direction summation will be considered. So first of all we are just consider that x direction plus y direction plus z direction will be considered. So first of all we are just consider the summation of all three will be considered. So we should write summation of all three is equal to del by del x kx del t by del x dx dy dz into d tau over our x direction. Similarly y direction, so plus y direction del by del y ky del t by del y dx dy dz into del tau plus similarly z direction, so plus z direction del by del z kz del t by del z dx dy dz into del tau. Now from this equation we can say that, okay, first of all our volume of the element is same in x direction, y direction and z direction, so take common del tau d tau common, so we just take common and then after we just write down this equation is just we take common, so if you consider common, so is equal to we should write is equal to del by del x inside the bracket kx del t by del x only plus del by del y ky del t by del y plus del by del z kz del t by del z. Big bracket will be considered now. Now common our dx dy del z into del d tau. We are just taking common. So our part A equation is over. Okay. So first of all we are just giving the equation number 1 here. We are just giving the equation number 1 here. Now we are just finding out the total heat generated within the element. So how it will be considered total heat generated within the element. Okay, first of all we are just consider A part is over now. Now we are just finding out the now B part. Then after we are just finding out the C part. So what will be our B part is there? So heat generated within the element. This is our B part. So how it will be considered? So it will be considered Qg is equal to same time interval will be considered del tau. Same time interval will be considered del tau. So how much amount of energy stored in the element? In this element, how much amount of energy will be stored? Unit time will be considered del tau. So it will be considered by Qg into control volume of that element will be considered control volume. So how it will be considered the volume of that element will be? So already I told you the volume of the element is dx dy and dz. So into dx dy dz and unit time will be considered del tau. That is our equation number 2. First equation we are just finding out for the conduction, second is heat generated within the element. Now last one will be find out. So what is your last equation over? So last equation is energy stored in the element. By the thermal energy will be considered, so we should write energy stored in the element. So we should consider Q is equal to mCp delta T, because energy stored in the element by the thermal energy, and thermal energy equation normally we are considered Q is equal to mCp delta T. M means mass of the element, Cp means specific heat of the element, and delta T means temperature difference. Okay, so we should also write Q is equal to mCp del T by del tau into del tau, because we are just consider per unit time and our time interval is del tau. So we should consider del tau into del tau. So change in temperature with respect to time into change in or heat energy stored in the element unit time, which is denoted by del tau. Now we can also write what is m? M is a mass. So we can say that density is equal to mass upon volume. Density is equal to mass upon volume. So we should write mass is equal to density into volume. Mass is equal to density into volume. We just put here what is mass? So mass is equal to density into volume. So we should write Q is equal to density volume into Cp del T by del tau into d tau. Now what will be the volume of your element? So already I told you the volume of your element is dx, dy and dz. So we should write here. So is equal to density dx, dy, dz, Cp del T by del tau into d tau. That is our third equation. Now is the summation of the equation 1 plus 2 is equal to equation 3. We can also write a plus b is equal to c. Over. So now what will be our equation number a? So already I explained you equation number a. So what is our equation number a? So you can see here, this is our equation number a, this is our equation number b, and then after this will be our equation number c. So summation of a plus b is equal to c, we should write. So is equal to a is equal to what? Del by del x kx del t by del x plus del by del y ky del t by del y plus del by del z kz del t by k del z, bracket over, into volume will be considered dx dy dz into d tau. Equation 1 is over. Similarly, equation 2 will be considered energy generated within the element is will be considered, so which is qg dx dy dz into d tau is equal to equation number 3, energy stored into the element will be considered, so it will be considered density dx dy dz cp del t by del tau into d tau. Now from this equation you can see that okay, dx dy dz and del tau, dx dy dz and del tau, and dx dy dz and del tau take common and cancel out. So remaining equation will be, we can write okay, remaining equation is what? Okay, del by del x kx del t by del x plus del by del y ky del t by del y plus del by del z kz del t by del z plus qg, because this will be cancel out, this will be cancel out, is equal to, this will be cancel out, this will be cancel out, rho cp del t by del tau over. This is a equation for generalized heat conduction equation. For what? Generalized heat conduction equation for the non-homogeneous material, then after self heat generation, because we have just considered here qg, self heat generating and unsteady three-dimensional heat conduction equation. This equation is called general heat conduction equation, non-homogeneous material, self heat generating, unsteady three-dimensional heat flow equation. Over. Now we are considered for the homogeneous material and isentropic material. Now we are just deriving that equation for the homogeneous and isentropic material for that. So first of all, what is homogeneous material? So I will just explain you what is homogeneous and isotropic material. The homogeneous means what? The material having a specific heat, density and thermal conductivity are same in everywhere in the material. Here first, if you are consider that, if you are consider the x direction, y direction and z direction, we are just consider thermal conductivity will be different. We are just consider kx, ky and kz. But if you are consider homogeneous material, so in homogeneous material the thermal conductivity is same each and every direction. So we should write kx is equal to ky is equal to kz is equal to, we just consider k. What will be homogeneous material? You will understand. Okay, thermal conductivity of the each direction is same. Now what is isotropic material? So isotropic material means what? The isotropic material means the independent of the surface oriented. The material which is independent of the surface oriented. So what is already we derived that homogeneous on non-homogeneous material equation, but that equation is converted into now homogeneous material. So we should consider here, we have just considered kx is equal to ky is equal to kz is equal to, we should write k. So if we are consider here k and here k will be considered, so we just take k common will be considered. So if you are consider first that equation, I will write k del by del x inside the bracket k del t by del x plus del by del y inside the bracket here k del t by del y plus del by del z k del t by del z plus qg is equal to rho cp del t by del tau. Now here we just take k common, take outside, so it will be considered k outside. So we should also write k del square t by del x square plus similar way here consider del square t by del y square plus del square t by del z square plus qg is equal to rho cp del t by del tau over. Now if you are consider k this side, we are taking this k in this side over. So how it will be equation k del square t by del x square plus del square t by del y square plus del square t by del z square plus qg by k over, because we are taking k here, so here k is divided, is equal to rho cp by k del t by del tau over. Now we can write k alpha is equal to k by rho c. That alpha is called thermal diffusivity. Thermal diffusivity. It is a ratio of thermal conductivity to thermal capacity. It is a ratio of thermal. K means thermal conductivity and rho c means thermal capacity. That is called thermal diffusivity. So we should write alpha. Thermal conductivity to thermal capacity. So we should write here. So here we require rho cp by k. So 1 upon alpha will be considered. So that will be equation is del square t by del x square plus del square t by del y square plus del square t by del z square plus qg by k is equal to 1 upon alpha del t by del tau. It is a general heat conduction equation for homogeneous material. Material is over now. Homogeneous material. Then after we should consider self heat generating and unsteady state 3-dimensional equation. General heat conduction equation for the homogeneous material, self heat generating and unsteady state 3-dimensional equation. That is our Cartesian coordinate equation for the homogeneous material, self heat generating and 3-dimensional equation. Unsteady state 3-dimensional equation. Okay. Now this equation is reduced. Now we are reducing that equation in 3 ways. So now we are reducing that equation. So how it will be reduced? So you can just see here first. First of all, already I write here Cartesian coordinate equation. So first of all, we are just reduce first case. We are just consider the first case. The first case is what? Okay, our equation we require for the equation is for the steady state condition. Now we require the steady state condition. What is steady state condition? So steady state condition means what? Okay, del t by del tau is equal to 0. Steady state condition means del t by del tau is equal to 0. If you are consider del t by del tau here not 0, it means change in temperature with respect to time. But if you are consider del t by del tau is equal to 0, it means change in temperature with respect to time will be 0. So in this equation that del t by del tau is equal to 0, it will be 0, it means 1 upon alpha, that term will be 0. So what will be our equation? So our equation is what? Okay, del square t by del x square plus del square t by del y square plus del square t by del z square plus qg by k is equal to 0. Why? Because we are just consider the steady state condition. Over. So we should also write okay, del square t plus qg by k is equal to 0. For that term we are just consider del square t. is equal to 0. That equation is called Poisson's equation. That is called as a Poisson's equation. Now already we derived that equation, homogeneous material. So our first case is over. Now we are going to second case. What is second case? So for the second case, condition is what? Our condition is steady state condition and no internal heat generation. Okay, so steady state condition, already I told you that del T by del tau is equal to 0. Now internal heat generation means what? Internal heat generation, that QG is called internal heat generation or self heat generation. So that's no self heat generation within the element. So it means what? That QG is equal to 0. If you consider self heat generation, we are just consider QG. But no self heat generation, it means QG is equal to 0. And steady state condition is given, it means also del T by del tau is equal to 0. So we should write del T by del tau is equal to 0 and QG is equal to 0. Now what will be our equation after that reducing? So if we are consider that equation, what will be our equation is there? So we should write that del T by del tau 0, QG is 0, so that term will be 0. So we should write del square T by del x square plus del square T by del y square plus del square T by del z square is equal to 0 over. So we should write del square T is equal to 0 over. For that term we should write del square T is equal to 0. That is called Laplace equation. First I explained Poisson equation, then after Laplace equation. Over two condition. Now last third condition. What is our third condition? The third condition is unsteady state condition. Unsteady state, no internal heat generation. Unsteady state and no internal heat generation. So we should write unsteady state condition. It means what? Okay, del T by del tau not equal to 0. Unsteady state means, steady state means del T by del tau is equal to 0, and unsteady state means temperature does not change with respect to time, so not equal to 0 will be considered. But no internal heat generation, it means QG is equal to 0. QG is equal to 0. So from that equation, one more time it will be reduced. Now del T by del tau not equal to 0, it means it will be present, but only QG is equal to 0, no internal heat generation, that term will be 0. So we should write that equation, okay, del square T by del x square plus del square T by del y square plus del square T by del z square is equal to 1 upon alpha del T by del tau. Over similar way we are just consider for that, okay, del square T is equal to 1 upon alpha del T by del tau. That equation is called Fourier's equation. Over. Do you understand? I hope you are understand, easy to understand Cartesian coordinate equation. And then after that Cartesian coordinate equation, first of all we are derived for the non-homogeneous material, self heat generation and unsteady state. Then after we are just convert into homogeneous material. Over. Then after we are just consider three cases. First case is steady state condition, second case steady state condition and no internal heat generation, and third case will be unsteady state condition and no internal heat generation. Thank you.